Have you ever woken up with a face a little puffier than usual, legs that feel heavier than they should, or a strange sense that your body is holding on to things it should be letting go of? Most people brush these moments off as just aging, but I need to tell you something important. These small, quiet warning signs can be the earliest whispers that your kidneys are struggling, and when your kidneys struggle, everything else in your body pays the price. I am Dr. Richard Hale, and if you are over 40, this message is far more urgent than you think, because kidney overload does not begin with dramatic symptoms. It begins with the subtle things you feel every day, the things you've learned to ignore, the things you assume are normal. But when they build up, they can turn into something far more dangerous than you expect. Here is the part most people never hear in time. By the time you notice swelling, fatigue after meals, or a heavy pressure in your lower back, your kidneys may already be working twice as hard as they should, silently fighting to keep toxins from circulating through your bloodstream. And the most frightening part is that you may not feel the damage until it is already happening. That is why today matters, because your body is not failing you. It is trying to warn you before things get worse, and if you listen now, you can turn everything around. The good news is this. Your kidneys are incredibly responsive when you give them the right support, and there are 3 unexpected vegetables that can activate your natural cleansing pathways faster than most people ever imagine. One of them works so quickly that even seasoned physicians are surprised when they see the results. And as we move through each one, you will understand exactly why your body has been asking for this help all along. Let us begin. When we talk about kidney cleansing, most people imagine complicated routines or expensive supplements. But the truth is far simpler. One of the fastest ways to support your kidneys begins with a vegetable so ordinary that many people walk past it in the grocery store without a second thought. Yet this humble root has helped countless patients regain energy, reduce swelling, and feel lighter within days. That vegetable is beetroot, and its impact on kidney circulation is far more powerful than most people realize. I still remember a patient named Margaret, a retired teacher, who came to me complaining of afternoon fatigue and persistent ankle puffiness. She believed it was just age, but her kidneys were sending distress signals. Instead of medication, I suggested a simple change: half a cup of beetroot added to her lunch each day. Within 1 week, she called me shocked that her legs felt less heavy and her energy no longer crashed after meals. And her reaction, though emotional, was not unusual. Beetroot works quickly because it supports one of the kidney's most essential functions, blood flow. Scientifically, the secret lies in the deep red pigments known as betalains. These antioxidants help neutralize oxidative stress inside kidney tissue, protecting delicate cells that are often weakened by years of inflammation. Cleveland Clinic studies show that foods rich in betalains can lower inflammatory markers and improve overall vascular function. But beetroot goes a step further by delivering natural nitrates, about 250 milligrams per 100 grams, which convert into nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes and expands blood vessels. The wider the vessel, the easier it is for blood to move, and the more efficiently your kidneys can filter waste. This is why so many patients report feeling lighter after eating beets. It is their filtration system finally catching its breath. And beetroot is not just about circulation. Its potassium content helps regulate fluid balance, its folate supports cellular repair, and its fiber aids digestion, reducing toxin buildup before it ever reaches the kidneys. When you combine these effects, you give your body a full-spectrum detox tool disguised as a simple vegetable. Imagine what happens inside your body when circulation improves, inflammation drops, and filtration becomes smoother. Your entire system begins to self-correct. But only relying on beetroot would be like opening just one window in a house that needs a full cross breeze. Beetroot initiates the cleansing, but something else is needed to sweep the toxins through and out. And just knowing this is not enough, because there is another factor, one that most people overlook completely. If beetroot opens the first window for your kidneys to breathe, then celery is the powerful current of fresh air that pushes toxins forward and out. And this is where most people are caught completely off guard, because celery is often dismissed as nothing more than crunchy water. In reality, it is one of the most underestimated kidney-supporting vegetables in modern diets, and the science behind it is far more compelling than its simple appearance suggests. I once worked with a patient named Robert, a retired mechanic who struggled with recurring swelling in his hands and feet. He drank plenty of water, but somehow he always felt waterlogged. When we reviewed his daily habits, the missing link was clear: his kidneys were filtering but not flushing. I introduced celery into his midday routine, not as juice loaded with sodium, but as 1 cup of fresh chopped celery paired with a small piece of fruit. Within days, he reported something he had not felt in years: balance. His rings fit better, his joints felt less stiff, and the afternoon heaviness that once slowed him down started to disappear. Celery works because it contains a unique group of compounds called phthalates. These natural chemicals help relax the smooth muscles around your blood vessels, improving circulation, especially toward the kidneys. The University of Wisconsin highlights that consistent celery intake not only improves vascular tone, but also enhances filtration efficiency. Apigenin, another major component in celery, acts as a strong anti-inflammatory agent, helping soothe irritated kidney tissue and the urinary tract. And when you consider that just 1 cup of celery provides around 260 milligrams of potassium, enough to support fluid balance, without overwhelming the kidneys, the picture becomes even clearer. But hydration is where celery quietly shines. Its naturally high water content helps your body flush metabolic waste smoothly, instead of letting it stagnate. Think of it as a gentle internal rinse, not harsh like diuretics, not dehydrating like stimulants, but a steady, supportive flow. This is why so many people feel lighter after eating celery. It restores a rhythm your kidneys have been craving. So when you pair improved circulation with better hydration and reduced inflammation, your kidneys finally get the momentum they need to push waste through the system rather than letting it settle. But only knowing this still is not enough, because there is another factor, one that strengthens your detox pathways in a way celery alone can never achieve. If celery gives your kidneys the momentum to flush, then Brussels sprouts provide the inner shield that keeps your filtration system safe while it works. And this is where most people underestimate how detoxification actually happens. It is not just about pushing toxins out, it is also about protecting the kidneys from the constant oxidative stress they face every single day. Without that protection, even improved circulation and hydration can only go so far. That is why Brussels sprouts earn their place as the third essential food in this cleansing trio. I remember a patient named Helen, a 68-year-old grandmother, who struggled with unpredictable energy crashes and a dull ache that wrapped around her lower back like a belt. She ate well, stayed active, and drank enough water, but something was missing. When we reviewed her diet, the absence of sulfur-rich vegetables immediately stood out. I guided her to begin adding half a cup of steamed Brussels sprouts to her early dinner. Not fried, not drenched in sauces, just lightly cooked with a drizzle of olive oil. 2 weeks later, she walked into my office smiling, telling me it feels like my body is breathing better from the inside. And scientifically, her description was not far from the truth. Brussels sprouts contain glucosinolates, which trigger the production of glutathione, the body's most powerful natural detoxifier. Harvard Public Health research confirms that higher glutathione activity reduces kidney cell damage and supports the liver-kidney cleansing partnership. These sprouts also deliver vitamin C to protect delicate filtration tissues and vitamin K to maintain mineral balance, preventing stress on the nephrons. Add in their fiber content, roughly 3.3 grams per half cup, and you create a digestive environment that prevents waste from lingering in the bloodstream longer than it should. But what truly makes Brussels sprouts effective is their timing. When eaten at an early dinner, they give your body time to break down, absorb, and activate their detox compounds before the nighttime repair cycle begins. This maximizes the kidney's ability to neutralize and eliminate toxins, while you sleep at time when most damage either compounds or begins to reverse. So when beetroot improves circulation, celery enhances flushing, and Brussels sprouts fortify your inner detox shield, your kidneys finally get the three-dimensional support they rarely receive in a typical diet. But only knowing this still is not enough, because there is another factor, one that does not come from food at all yet, can dramatically accelerate your kidney's ability to cleanse overnight. And once your kidneys have the circulation, the flushing power, and the cellular protection they need, there is one final step that amplifies everything. Yet it does not come from food. It comes from how you prepare your body before sleep, during the very hours when your kidneys perform their deepest repair. This step is simple, soothing, and surprisingly effective warm water hydrotherapy. I first recommended this method to a patient named Thomas, a 72-year-old veteran who struggled with nighttime stiffness and a heavy dragging feeling in his lower legs. His lab tests were stable, but his symptoms told a different story. His circulation slowed dramatically at night. Instead of adding another supplement, I suggested something almost too gentle to sound medical, soaking his feet and lower legs in warm water for 10 to 15 minutes before bed. 1 week later, he returned with a sense of disbelief. "I did not expect something so simple to make such a difference," he said. But his experience reflects what we see repeatedly in kidney wellness research. Warm water promotes vasodilation, meaning it relaxes and widens the blood vessels. When this happens, your kidneys receive a stronger flow of oxygen-rich blood, which directly enhances filtration and toxin removal. Physiotherapy centers across the U.S. use this method because the warmth not only improves blood movement, but also stimulates lymphatic drainage. The lymphatic system plays a quiet but crucial role in carrying away metabolic waste that your kidneys cannot handle alone. In other words, warm water primes your body for deeper nighttime cleansing. The effect becomes even stronger when you follow the soak with gentle ankle rotations. This activates the calf muscles, often called the second heart, which help pump blood upward and prevent stagnation in the lower extremities. And for many seniors, reducing that stagnation means less swelling, less morning fatigue, and a much smoother kidney workload overnight. This practice is especially valuable during colder months when blood vessels naturally tighten and filtration efficiency drops. By warming the lower legs before bed, you counteract that constriction and give your body a head start for its nighttime detox cycle. And more importantly, you create a routine that supports the cleansing effects of the 3 vegetables you learned earlier, making your results stronger and more consistent. But even this powerful combination nutrition, circulation, hydration, and nighttime support still prepares the body for something deeper, something essential to lasting kidney health. And just knowing this is not enough, because there is another factor, one that ties all these pieces together and determines how well your kidneys can sustain this progress over time. And once your body receives better circulation, deeper hydration and cellular protection, and nighttime support, there is one final piece that determines whether these benefits last or fade away quietly. That piece is consistency, not perfection, not extreme diets, not expensive routines, but the steady rhythm of supporting your kidneys day after day in a way your body can actually sustain. This is where most people unintentionally sabotage their progress without realizing it. I recall a patient named Linda, a 64-year-old caregiver who followed every recommendation perfectly for 1 week, then stopped for 3. She expected her kidneys to feel stronger instantly, but her fatigue and morning swelling returned just as quickly. When we talked, she said, "I thought doing it once in a while was enough." And this is the moment many people reach the point where their body's ready to improve, but their habits are not. I explained that kidneys respond best to repetition, not intensity. Even small daily actions signal the body to keep detox pathways active instead of letting them shut down between efforts. Research from Johns Hopkins supports this consistent intake of antioxidant-rich foods reduces oxidative damage far more effectively than large occasional doses. The same applies to circulation boosters and hydration routines. The body thrives when it can predict support, when it knows help is coming again tomorrow. What does this look like in real life? It means half a cup of beetroot most days, a serving of celery at midday, Brussels sprouts a few evenings a week, and a warm soak before bed whenever possible. Not perfect execution, but steady alignment. And when you commit to that rhythm, your kidneys don't just clean, they recover. But even with consistency, there is still one last insight you need to anchor everything you have learned so far. Something that reveals why your kidneys have been struggling in the first place and what your next step must be. At the end of the day, your kidneys are not asking for perfection. They are asking for care, consistency, and the chance to function the way they were designed to. And the fact that you are here listening, learning, and trying to understand what your body has been trying to tell you already puts you ahead of so many people who ignore the early signs until it is too late. So take a moment to acknowledge yourself. Every small step you take toward supporting your kidneys is a step toward more energy, clearer mornings, and a healthier future. If today's information helped you understand your body better, I encourage you to save this video so you can revisit the steps anytime you need them. Healing doesn't happen in one day, it happens through repetition, and having this guide in your pocket makes it easier to stay on track. And if you have not yet done so, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. I share evidence-based kidney health insights every week, and I want you to have access to the newest tools, the latest research, and the practical habits that can help you protect your kidneys for years to come. Remember this, your body is not broken and your kidneys are not beyond help. They are resilient organs capable of incredible recovery when given the right support. Whether you are just starting this journey or already working to improve your kidney function, know that there is hope, real tangible hope backed by science, by patient stories, and by the countless improvements I have witnessed throughout my career. You are not alone in this, and with the right knowledge and consistent care, your kidneys can become stronger than you ever thought possible. Keep going, stay curious, and let this be the beginning of a healthier chapter in your life.